From a popular game comes yet another adaptation. This time it's a show, and this time it's good. Welcome everyone to the Arcane review. I will not be discussing the events of Season 2, Episode 8. You can hold all your questions. Arcane is a 2021 drama animation directed by Christian Lenk and Alex Yee, or Christian Linky and Alex Yee. They've directed nothing. This is their first show, and what a great job that they did for their first show. The voice acting cast is all great. A few people came from animation backgrounds specifically, but most of them are live action stars. For example, Ella Purnell, Haley Steinfeld, and Kevin Alejandro. Ella Purnell voiced Jinx. She was in Fallout. Miss Peregrine's Home for Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. That is a mouthful. Yellow Jackets. She seems to be recently hitting a bunch of popular shows. Good for her. She seems to be popular now. Haley Steinfeld voiced Vi. She's been in the Spider-Man multiverse movies as the female Spider-Man lady. She was in Bumblebee as well. She was in Pitch Perfect. And Kevin Alejandro, he voiced Jace. I recognize him from Lucifer. Good show, that. Like I briefly mentioned in the intro, films end up being terrible adaptations of video games, especially nowadays. They butcher the original, okay? I'd say this is one of the few good adaptations that are out there. Arcane is set in the world of the RPG League of Legends. It's a PC game. If you haven't played it, it's a niche thing by now. I think back in the day, people used to play it. And the show pulls characters directly from the game and puts them in the show. And it's a good one. This review is spoiler-free, so don't worry, I won't say that they have a giant orgy with all the cast and then a nuke comes in and it kills everyone. I ain't that guy, okay? So starting with Season 1, the world of Arcane is like steampunk with like a pinch of magic technology. I forgot the name. It's like arcane magic. They call it Arcane. There's a top side and a bottom side, or like an undercity. It's two very different societies, the rich versus the poor. So Vi from bottom side and Caitlyn from top side go out to defeat the secret mafia boss from the bottom side. Sidekick, or I guess like right-hand man, is Jinx, who happens to be Vi's sister. There are a bunch of cool side characters. Some are cool, others are annoying, but the main characters actually are Jinx and Vi. Eventually, a bunch of characters get killed off, and the series ends on a huge cliffhanger. That was actually a pretty good season so far. I was surprised. I was watching this, I'm like, okay, the animation is great. Right off the bat, animation is very good. They built up the world very nicely, and the characters in it, very nice. Now, what about Season 2? People say that Season 2 wasn't as good, but let's see. It picks up moments after the cliffhanger, which sets the pace for the remaining events. This time, in the beginning, they added little montages and with some nice art. I can't remember if they were in Season 1 as well, but I don't mind them. But if I were to critique it, it's like they tried adding story filler with some songs. It comes across as a music video instead of explaining plot, which they do in the episode anyway. Weird. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I just wrote down here that at one point the strike team interrogates some guy hanging upside down, and his sneezes are annoying. Quite annoying. I can't remember what episode that's in. And the sex scene was insane. They needed to cut that like in half or completely out. Anyway, the big battles commence and characters get killed off. I'm not going to explain the plot. It's very convoluted. Basically, one guy wants to take over top side and bottom side. Another guy's forming a cult. This guy keeps coming back from the dead. One guy is a ginger. Last one's just cruel. But the giant battle at the end, like some kind of Avengers movie, it just resolves everything at the end with one big explosion. Like, oh, everyone's okay. But not everyone. The annoying characters are dead. I will say that. And that is pretty much it. I don't think Season 3 will come out. I'm pretty sure there are only 2 seasons. They might have spin-offs, but that's it. The story is fine. I have no idea if the League of Legends characters have backstories that detailed, that they can just make a show out of it. I'm pretty sure they took the characters and then wrote a new story for them. I'm fine with that. But I do know that some characters in the game ended up dying in the show. So is this canon or not? Because it's not all prequel, because let's say Vi starts out normal and then she gets levitation and mind control. It's not the case, but like they gain abilities and powers and gadgets and gizmos. So It's not canon, but I have no idea what the story is there. But the story that we did get is pretty linear. It's a good story. They did not fuck up that. It's a good story. Right off the bat, the art style is the best thing about the show. It is amazing. It's way different than the game, and I'm assuming this was easier to animate than what was originally there. It looks much better than the game, in my opinion. The visuals are stunning. The animations all around the board are good, but especially the action scenes are super smooth. They must have taken notes from anime or something. It's nice. But it does feel very cliche at times. We mentioned the animation. You know those eye trails from like the anime when someone does something cool? It's in there. It is cliche. The dialogue feels weird sometimes. The songs are really cliche. The sex scene went on way too long. We are all traumatized. Thank you very much. Okay, most of us, but you know who you are, freak. Speaking of songs, the intro included Imagine Dragons. They are very overplayed. I'm just going to put it like that. And it turned into a meme, but I mentioned this because apparently Imagine Dragons was actually in the show. In season 1, they were a band in the bar that they visit. That's actually quite cool. But anyway, that all being said, I give the show an 8 out of 10. I have got to recognize the efforts and creativity in this one. I did get annoyed sometimes, but I was waiting to see what happens. Like, I'm invested. I'm interested. It's a good watch. It is visually stunning, and they're not ruining the legacy of League of Legends by making a terrible adaptation. They probably got people like interested in the game, which is the whole point. Unlike many other shows and movies out there. So this one is great. It stands out. Good job. Side note, I've seen some memes, obviously, after I watched the show, and I think J-Vic is hilarious. I saw zero connection between them, but I think the memes are convincing me that the ship is there and it was supposed to happen. Sorry, not sorry. I have to speak my truth, okay? Anyway, enough of my rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about the show if you've watched it. If you haven't, go watch it and come back and let me know. Actually, you don't have to. Or do you? Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.